blog today, I talk about the situational awareness maps one can build using Map Business Online. I like the phrase situal awareness because I think it's a little bit more heavy duty than just a resource map. It's a similar thing. You're building a map that shows a whole bunch of resources and information that you want to bring to bear on a subject for an organization that gives you an awareness of your situation. And we've all got a situation today with the coronavirus. So, in looking at the maps that I've been building maps for Massachusetts and for the entire nation. And I would probably utilize those to build my situational awareness map depending upon what it was I wanted to do. So, this map, I've been building it. You can see I've got a whole bunch of COVID data that I've been managing. Some of it's superfluous, and I can go in and delete data. So I can go in and just click that little red button and remove data to kind of clean up my map, make sure I don't get too overwhelmed with the different data sources. In this particular data source, which we get from usafacts.org, they list all of the COVID information by date with every single data load. So all those are a little bit superfluous once you've got the most recent one in. Another thing you can do is when you save your map, you click that save button. And so you've been working on that particular COVID map. Well, maybe you should save it as a template. So you could just say COVID map template, and all of that map view will be saved in your template file as opposed to your map. You see my map folder and my templates folder. So now I've got all that work in my template and it's safe. So I can go and build other maps using that template as I move forward. So what kind of things might be utilized in a situal awareness map? Well, in this case, we've already got a nationwide look at COVID proclivities by county and by state. But let's go in and look. I'm going to zoom back to New England, and you can see I've gone in and I've taken the case data and I've put it in my label by county because I think it's important to have that sort of scope, that view. Today we're at 19,000. A month ago we were at 9,000, and back in March we were only at 100 in the county of Middlesex in Massachusetts. That tells a story. It's not a pretty story at this point. Up here in Cheshire County in New Hampshire, they don't really have that big a problem. They've gone from 30 to 49 over a period of a month. And yet still they are growing. So it's something to consider. Um, that's all dependent upon the kind of information that you might want to add. I've got in my data that I've collected, I've got hospitals. So it's kind of nice to put that hospital data down. You could go in and color code that or label that data any which way you want to make it more useful for you. If you've got traveling salespeople moving across Massachusetts, then you might want to pull the city data up. I've got that layer turned on. I also turned on my highway layer, which is right here. So you can see that comes up and goes off. That sits on top of any color coding that you might have done by county or state. Now, I also could go up and go to my add map layers and grab data. That's where I got my highways. It's where I got my um, cities. And I've also got city limits data, which I found valuable. For instance, if you did have traveling salespeople, then you might want to take your city limits data and think about go find what data you can that you could bring in and work with on the map by city limit. And I did have some Massachusetts data that I can download once a week. There it is. And have that data color coded, or I should say the city limits color coded by that data. So if I went in and selected my city limits data, so I've got this city limit boundaries all across Massachusetts, and I'm going to color code that data by, where is it? Where is it? There it is, Mass towns. And you can go in and get accounts and then color code, keep it simple. It's only Massachusetts, so we don't need to get too crazy. So if we had 1 to say 500 cases, and let's make that sort of not too bad color, and then 501 up to, and you can see the most you've got by city is 10,729. I'm betting that that is Boston. And so then we just make a scheme that you think covers it, and make the coloring, have it make sense. Maybe it stands out from some of the other colors that you've used so far, and let's see what that gives us. So you can see the colors change. And immediately I can see that Boston is a problem, Worcester's a problem, and look at that, Lynn is a problem. That's a small city in the North Shore. And you wouldn't think, based on every other city in the North Shore that there's going to be a problem there. But if you hover over it, they've got quite a few there, and that's a week old data. So I've got more data coming up that I'll update. They publish it on Wednesdays, so it'll be available later today. So again, you've got different resources you could bring to bear. You may have all of the McDonald's that you want to show on your situational awareness map, or all of the dry cleaners, or all of X things that could be important for your business, important for your clients, important for your employees, to keep them working and to keep them safe as the country comes back from lockdown. So go to mapbusinessonline.com, take our free trial, and stay safe. Don't lick any flagpoles.